Hello future engineers, viewers, subscribers, and students. Here is another video in structural analysis, particularly on the construction of influence line of a bar, and then determining the maximum value of the stress, tension, or compression. So here is the problem. For the truss shown, determine the maximum tensile axial force in member DI for leftward movements of loads only. Then what is the safest axial compressive force in member DI, if there is any? Then redo the above questions if the series of loads can move in either directions. So first, let's construct the influence line for force in member DI. Let's cut that section there, and we have the unit load, distance x, and R1. So because the truss is end supported with equal distance or length of each panel, then the influence line can easily be constructed as shown in the figure, 1 at this position of the load, then 0 when the unit load is on the other support as shown in the figure. So there are 6 panels, that's why the reaction 1 reduces by 1/6. So for SDI, the slope is 3 vertical, 4 horizontal, so 5 hypotenuse. The equation would just be so that these two blue bar forces won't be involved in the static equation, sum up forces y. So SDI times 3 over 5 plus R1 equals 1, or SDI is equal to 5/3 of quantity 1 minus R1, and this equation for bar force of SDI is applicable for 0 less than equal to x and x less than equal to 8 up to here. Then beyond that, the unit load is no longer in the free body diagram, so SDI is negative 5/3 of R1 for x greater than 8. So we can now plot the uh, influence line for SDI. When x is 8, this is the maximum value. 1 minus 2/3 is 1/3. 1/3 of 5/3 is 5 over 9. Then when x is 12, negative 5/3 of 1/2 is negative 5/6. So 5 over 9 at this position of the unit load, then negative 5 over 6 at this position, as shown in the figure. Now, by similar triangles, I want you to verify that this is 1.6 and that's 2.4. Since the first problem asks for the maximum tensile force of member DI for leftward movements of the loads only, so I'll consider first the situation where 50 is on this negative part, then 100 is over 5 over 9, and 125 would be somewhere here. So it will not give us maximum value if both the 100 and the 50 kilonewton loads are on the negative part of the influence line. So there's possibility that it will also give us maximum tensile force when 50 is on this negative part. Distance of 50 kilonewton load from this position is 3, so 1.6, that's 1.4. I'll call the ordinate to the influence line as y3, that's 3 meters. So by similar triangles, y3 as to 1.4, y3 as to 1.4 equals negative 5/6 as to 2.4. So y3 as to 1.4 equals negative 5 over 6 as to 2.4. So y sub 3 is equal to negative 35 over 72. Now, If the 100 kilonewton load is over here, the 125 kilonewton load would be in between these two panel points. So since this is 5 over 8 but not shown, when x is 4, 5 over 8, that's 5 over 9. The average of that average should, because the 125 kilonewton load is in between, is 5 over 12. But it's not shown here. The ordinate under the 125 kilonewton load would be 5 over 12. You can solve that if you want by similar triangles. So SDI max 1 possible value is equal to 50 times negative 35 over 72 plus 100 times 5 over 9 plus 125 times, as I said, 5 over 12. The average of 5 over 18 here and 5 over 9. So SDI tension 1 is equal to 83.33 kilonewtons. Next, consider the possibility that 50 is over 5 over 9. So 100 would be somewhere here. The ordinate is 25 over 72 if if the 50 kilonewton load is over here. So 25 over 72, and y2, y1, I'll solve that. That's 2 meters, so 3 meters from 0 end. So y1 as to 3 equals y2 as to, no, what, y under the 100 kilonewton load. So it is at distance of 125 would be, if 50 is here, next is distance is 3 meters, then 2 meters. The total distance is 5 meters. So this should be 3. Then that should be 5 from the left. Then let's solve for y2. So y1 as to 3 equals y2 as to 5 equals 5 over 9 as to 8. So y2 is obviously 25 over 72 as indicated there. And y1 is, I'm just showing y1, it is equal to 5 over 24. 5 over 24. So SDI tension 2 is equal to 50 times 5 over 9 plus 100 times 25 over 72 plus 125 times y1, which is 5 over 24. So SDI 2 is 88.54 kilonewtons. And since this is greater than 83.33, that's the maximum value. So 88.54 is the answer for SDI max for leftward movement of the loads only. Then for the second part, uh, of course, if we have rightward movement, and it's the same if 50 will move first. If it is 125 that will move first, then 125 will give us maximum value, tension value. If it is over this point, then its distance here would be, the next 100 is 2 meters from this position, and 50 would be somewhere here, which is 5 meters from that position. The other way is, instead of similar triangles, we define the equation of this line. The origin is here. So 5 over 9 vertical over horizontal 8, the slope, and it passes to the origin. So y equals 5 over 72. 5 over 9 divided by 8. 5 over 72x. So this line has negative slope, negative 5 over 6 divided by 12, that's also negative 5 over 72. So the equation of this line is negative 5 over 72x, that's the origin, while this one is positive 5x over 72. This is the origin. So the first is 125, next is 100, and next is 50. The distance of 50 from the 0 end is 3. Then next, the distance of 25, the distance of 100 kilonewton load would be 6. And of course, the distance of 125 kilonewton load from the left end would be 8. So that SDI max for rightward movement is 125 times 5 over 72 slope. The distance of the 125 kilonewton load would be here. The 125 kilonewton load will be here, and it is 8 meters. That's why 5 over 72 times 8, it's also 5 over 9. It will give us the same value for the ordinate. Then plus 100, slope 5 over 72, the 100 kilonewton load will be 6, because 6 from this, because that's 2 meters. Then the 50 kilonewton load would be 3 meters from this end. So plus 50 times 5 over 72 times 3. Computing, SDI max is 121.53 kilonewtons when the loads can move in either directions. Now let's proceed to the safest axial compressive force in DI if there is any. So for the tension, we already answered the first question. This is for leftward movement only. This is for leftward and rightward because the rightward movement is greater in value for SDI tension. Then for compression, definitely by experience or by obviously from the figure, 125 should be on this or in this position so that the compressive force would be maximum. So the safe compressive force, axial compressive force in member DI should be the maximum, because if that is exceeded, it will fail. So the safest value therefore is the maximum axial compressive force of member DI. And that happens when the 125 kilonewton load is over here, the 100 kilonewton load next would be here, and the 50 kilonewton load would be here. So for the leftward movement, it will also answer the second part. So it is obviously maximum when the 125 kilonewton load is over here. This is the equation. So SDI max compression automatic is 125 times negative 5 over 72 times 12. And if you simplify this, this is negative 5 over 6. So next is 100, 2 meters nearer from this end. So 12 minus 2 is 10. So 100 times negative 5 over 72 times 10. Then plus 50, 3 meters closer to the 0 end. So that's why 10 minus 3 is 7. So 50 times negative 5 over 72 times 7. Computing, SDI max is equal to 197.92 kilonewtons. This is the safe compressive force or stress of member DI. So that's it for this video. I hope that you were able to follow the explanations and the solutions.